with Cowbell Coffee. We're going to take a look at what is trending on X. Some people speaking in Parliament. Are you not surprised? This particular government is giving us a good time. In fact, Parliament is getting, interesting by the day. We're going to get into that. But let's talk about something we all want, and that is success. Everybody wants it. Everybody dreams of it. We all want to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel in challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need somebody for you, Cowbell Coffee by your side. A rich creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that would aid kickstart your day. So whether you're working or just creating beautiful memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every single moment. So no matter where you're at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every single moment. Now, let's check what is trending on X.
Did you say X?
X.
Okay.
Egg thing.
Anyways, straight to our page.
Yes. Today.
Cross it out. Cross it out.
Yes. Just out with MX24.
Yes.
Super excited. Today, in a few hours, our very beautiful Yabitha will be at Kobo Girls with the team.
The team, they already...
Absolutely. And we have Senti going with the team this year.
Beautiful.
Going to be a wonderful time. And now, at this moment, I think it's just fair to tell you that take over the show so I can go to Kobo Girls with the girls to go and give them my moral support.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Case closed. You can
absolutely.
You can actually leave. You can actually
guys, thank you so much for coming and watching this show. I'm going to be off in a few minutes.
Yes.
So that I join my girls at them to have a good time. Yeah. Because it go pay me say this boy they go Kobo side. How they go? It pay me, but it's going to be a wonderful time. Great conversation.
Awareness, mentorship, action, performing live, Senti. We've got speaker Irama Jenkins. She's lawyer, founder, and managing director of Reformation Ghana. So yes, it's going to be a very, very interesting and very, very nice moment in Kobo Girls. So, away from that, let's talk politics. Let's talk football. Let's talk artist of the year, music trending. Anas is trending, yes. Kennedy Japan is trending, yes. $18 million suit.
Sad thing is that he sued Anas for 9.
So what we're hearing is that, so someone did a breakdown analysis of the whole thing. So if, as it stands, they're saying that they're looking at other punitive, let's say more or less damages to it. But when they reconvened, they realized that those punitive damages that you're looking for was already included in that they had been filed. So now it looks like the lawyers of Honorable Kennedy Japan are looking forward to file in for a mistral as we speak. So then it looks like it's still in the limbo.
I don't think, whoever made this analysis didn't watch the video, didn't follow the case, I believe. But okay, whatever, because again, in every situation, you see people come up with all of these. But just on the lighter side, like I was saying, Kennedy Japan sued Anas for 9 million, and he has been doubled the price to pay Anas, which is quite interesting. But when it comes to a case of defamation, it differs in every jurisdiction. So, for whatever basis this was passed, honestly, my only concern is, my only interest is that Anas's real face?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
People
of course
saying
it's not.
Is a prosthetic.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not.
You know he's not going to do that.
Hey, so who knows Anas?
I mean, but there are people who know him, though.
Apparently.
Yeah, there are people who know him.
Apparently. Anywho.
All right, Quick Smoke 2 is trending. Kotoka is trending. We don't know whether it's because of the appointment of Bobia.
Oh, She's with Ghana Airport Authority.
Deputy MD.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Ghana. Yeah. So we will get into that. We'll see where that's it. Kali J is trending. Nkrumah still trending. Chad trending because we're going to be playing them very soon. U.S.
Friday,
Court is trending. Tilly is trending. TGMA trending. West trending. AEC is trending. Is it that UAEC?
My gosh.
Kim Paluta trending.
Polluter
is trending.
petitioned.
Black Stars definitely trending.
Yes.
Yeah, they had their training session, and the goalkeeper, the new goalkeeper who has been added, Hearts of Oak goalkeeper. People are now looking into his age proper. Adrasafo is trending. I know that's why you started with your conversation this morning as to what people were saying.
So what did she say? She said that she wasn't, like, it was purported. She wasn't the one
She doesn't regret. She said she doesn't regret.
But wait, but you know there was a bigger conversation behind that story.
Yes, whether she was
the one in Parliament that day
or not.
Okay, no, so I don't know. I just want to maintain that I'm crying. I'm facing meeting.
Asamoah is trending. Yesterday we saw him on the pitch, giving some pep talks to Kudus and some other players. Newcastle is trending. Kofi Adams is trending. Aseda is trending. Afenyo Marking is trending. For what reason?
Yeah, why is Afenyo trending? You should leave my baby alone. Leave him alone. Leave my Afenyo alone. Leave him alone. He hasn't said anything the past couple of days. I actually thought Kojo Nkrumah would be trending. Yes, I actually thought he would be trending because when I saw the video, I went straight to comment section I went to look for one thing and I found.
So what you are looking for, you find it.
I found it. I found that people were asking, oh, wow, is that the same Kojo Nkrumah who was quiet for the past 8 years? Is it the same person? Like, because again, a lot of people kept questioning, why doesn't he speak in Parliament? And we know he's an impeccable speaker, public speaker. So why did he never speak in Parliament? Why was he always quiet? It was almost as if he was always trying to stay in his business. Like, I'm not trying to,
But you do know that he was also minister at that point. So I mean, he was also minister.
Because honestly, I am never with the fact that I'm never going to be with any parliamentarian in Parliament not contributing. I think the bigger picture is that people got excited to hear from him. Okay. His analysis were spot on, and personally for someone like me who is in a space where he has been before, it's actually encouraging that we find him in Parliament and he's vocal. And so I mean, it's just not even on the lighter side. It's encouraging to see again. He's young. He's a young politician. He's done so well for himself, and so people were just really honestly very excited to hear him talk. Also, it was shocking because we don't hear him talk a lot in Parliament, which is fact. Everybody knows this. It's no news to anybody. So honestly, for me, it was just really an interesting moment for me, and this also comes to say that indeed the SWAL government is really big on making sure that they keep this government in check, because some of the things that he raised were interesting or very what was really holding the government accountable. If you're telling me that these are your priorities, why then is it almost as if you're covering things up with other things? And for me, way to go. If we're going to say that we're going to hold this government, and it's not about the government, it's about Ghana, then this is how we're going to go. Nobody's going to shade anybody. Nobody's going to speak evil about anybody. We're just saying that if you're saying that these are your priorities, let us know where you really, really stand. Let's know whether you're really going through with this or you're also going to throw sand into our eyes.
So did you get the feeling of comments coming in just oppose people not thinking that he is on the ticket of the MPP or he's part of the minority, so this is much more political than he standing on the fence and talking about things that are crucial to holding this government accountable?
If a government says that I hold these women at heart, I hold this particular group of people are a special people to me, but when I am allocating money, I will allocate the least on the table to them. And then when it comes to, because me, myself, unless I need to be educated on what the research in the office of the president does. What does it stand to do? What is the purpose of the research? And so when you compare, and again, my little sister and I were talking about it now, saying that if we are hiring an agency or an institution to do the research for parliament, for government, their charges are different from what it will cost a bank to start its business. So there's that conversation that you want to put that on the side. But when we're talking about priorities, how do you put this much money into one thing and very little in the other? It's a valid question. I don't think anybody in their right senses should see this as a political gimmick or a political conversation. Because we're all going to sit here for 4 years. Nobody's going to impeach this government. We're going to be in this for 4 years. So if we can all be quiet and hope that everything that is done the way it is they have designed it to be. If nobody questions them, we are doing ourselves a disservice. So if someone says, listen, I'm going to break this down, let's see if truly these people really care about the Ghanaians as they are purporting they do. I don't see where the politics is. I only see an individual who sees loopholes in places where they were questioned. Because you remember, they have also been under fire for 8 years. Maybe mostly 4 years, because when you look at it, the first 4 years we give them, Christmas time. But the last 4 years of that government, constantly under fire. So why can't I ask questions? Why can't I put across my concerns about something you have said that you're doing? So I don't see where the politics is.
Well, well said. We'll move away from that. We'll get into Kennedy in Japan. Trending, Sika official says a U.S. jury has anonymously ruled in favor of Ghanaian investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw, awarding him $18 million in a defamation lawsuit against Kennedy Japan. The court determined that Japan acted with malice by spreading false and unfounded claims.
So you see where my issue with whoever made that analysis for you is coming from. Because if there's a ruling, yes, you can't always go and petition it, or but sad breakdown, it doesn't hold water for me, honestly. But again, it doesn't.
Okay, let me recall where I saw it. I think I'll forward it back to you.
Okay.
So you can get into that. Okay. So Cyborg says Anas 1 versus 1. Kennedy Japan away home.
Do you think that if this case was heard in Ghana, Anas would have won that case? Let's be honest.
Oh boy, I saw that in the comment section as well. I saw that in the comment section.
Yeah, if this case was heard in Ghana, do you think that Anas would be walking away with this?
Who knows?
I mean,
who knows?
Maybe not $80 million.
Who knows? Because when I did see the story, firsthand, it was more of Kennedy Japan slapped with 18 million. There was no CD, there was no dollar. So then later on, when I got into the story, then I got to find out that, oh, this wasn't in Ghana, this is, in US. What if it was in Ghana too as well and it was $18 million? So there was this currency thing that people were just watching like, because when somebody posted it, and then it had nothing to show whether it was in Ghana or so people were asking, wait, it be $80 million or it be 80 million cedis? And I really found it interesting because, sometimes you go to the comment section, dear Ehiano. And no amount for can one but that one too is somebody in problem too.
Exactly.
Hey. Because to you, but to somebody, all right. Mr. Clemson says he would definitely go for appeal.
Because that's kind of does one quite Mr.
Clemson says he should remove the mask. All right. Simon Kofi Tete says, Charlie, good luck to all litigants in Ghana courts. All right. Danny Lannister says, Ghana judiciary system no dear being so. So yes, this is the picture. And people are thinking this is an ass. But you can clearly see even that Adiwe and anymore.
And Obia Winnie we share glasses. We share glasses. Glasses in me
Hey, ready? All right. Okay, Mark64 says, you can't convince me that the person in the video owns the voice I'm listening to. Act along is what I'm witnessing here. Oh, boy. All right. Koda says, let us be reminded that democracy is not just about elections, but institutions that uphold the truth, a court that delivers justice without fear or favor, and citizens who refuse to accept corruption as a norm. All right.
Yes, just have you do know here. A boy.
We.
A boy man in this story no. See. Hey, wait to. The way this guy's hand is on his head like this.
Let me not even play it in the first place. Okay, Confidence says the video self is fake. Watch it carefully.
So you see, that's why we have to watch it to be sure.
So we should watch it?
Yes.
MK. All right.
Only scanning Casal catch them so would you say me and Corabia? Would you say me a cracker? And it's now the person for young guys to be able to do what China, where you know.
Your friend Akaga.
Oh, Akaga, this is don't say Macora. And I know, I'm not saying, me say, I'm not saying this is me pow. What you know, and I'm saying, I'm not saying,
I would have confirmed one and
what just, and I'm so stupid
criminal.
Or some damage, so sorry, don't tell me, no one of it. What does it?
I said the Ochre me no. The Ochre me no. Inti. All right, Goddy Black says he said his victory is not personal, but for the whole country, and yet the money will be going into his personal bank account. Okay, Revolution of Noble says at this point we need to throw the courts of Ghana into a trash can, reopen nominations, and only those who are ready to take legal tests in public and score not less than 90% and swear on the grave of our gods. Akufo-Addo has turned our judiciary into a mess. Burn it all down. Oga says, imagine if this case was tried in Ghana. And that is what you were asking. Budget Open says, this guy is not serious at all, so he could go to court without mask in US, but not in Ghana. But he's preaching democracy to us. He should revoke his US citizenship first. Charlie, make Mahama continue his good works. We don't get time for them, please. Theodore Mensa Ebenezer says, make sure to collect the money. Don't accept any apology. Even if you don't need the money, collect it and use it to build schools or hospitals for the poor and needy. And I say friends of Anas, they are jubilating. All right. Okay. Now, away from Anas, away from Kennedy, Japan, why is Kotoka trending? Yesterday, I saw something that Kali had tweeted, and somebody came to retweet, and then... So I think he was talking about Kotoka, and I think it was a long time tweet. Remember when people started asking questions, why are we going to rename the airport and the name Kotoka and this and that and that and this, and then it's perplexed. I mean, what we do know is that where he died, baby airport, so that's why. Then Kali also didn't mention that, but this guy he killed Nkrumah.
How will you kill Nkrumah? There's nowhere Nkrumah died.
So that be how somebody to come back
against Nkrumah. And that is why sometimes I like to put these little things down. These little notes, I put them down because people like to lie. Here's my notes. People like to lie.
So this is it. I think that's why it's even trending, Mimi. So I'm on the right path.
Yes.
So listen, Essence says Kotoka trying to explain at Asamando that he didn't kill Kwame Nkrumah. Oh boy, Ghana. No. Watch the video here. Why you don't watch it? Watch. So this is Kotoka. This is Kotoka trying to explain to Asamando that he didn't kill. He's innocent. he tells me, the other time, you know, I was having a very friendly conversation with an Ivorian brother of mine. And he was like, he said it in French. He was like, donc Ghana là, est-ce que vous pouvez avoir la guerre là-bas? Parce que vous là, toujours vous êtes en train de rire, vous êtes en train de faire les...
What does that mean?
So he was just trying to say, but Ghana, are you sure you can have war in your country? Because you are always,
No,
you know...
we have war for what? I'm looking for my notes lah.
We are not cannot be found. Now, idea where the echo see there, how would you find your loot?
Because Kalije cannot tell me like.
And he says Kalije, you the cook so. Ikuma self tire. Ikuma self tire. Hey, my God. I just think that people mean Kalidi already. So this one where you just bring yourself into one media. Another one says Kotoka receiving the news that he's been sent to hell due to an update on Earth. Hey God.
Hey.
Kotoka to Kalidi.
The minute meeting one-on-one, guy, we can answer immediate questions, boom, and you get the guy. And say, it's a minute meeting one-on-one, guy, we can.
Oh boy, what a way. Oh, man. Today we know we are going to have a good show through this.
Oh, Kalide.
Boy.
We ask you, praise ah. Why we are up at through?
Okay, as the same case go Ghana court, then the same case go court for America. The outcomes be different. So I think he's referring to now. He's now talking about Kennedy Japan in the story. Ghana ready to collaborate with India on agriculture and infrastructure. Foreign Affairs Minister Blakwa.
Blakwa is working. Hey.
All right. So he's currently in India for bilateral engagements on the special invitation of his counterpart, the Indian Foreign Minister, His Excellency Subrahmanyam. Hey, let me get it right.
Let's see.
Subramanyam,
yes.
Subramanyam.
Jishankar is the popular one.
Okay, Jishankar. That's what we know. That's what we know.
This one is also working around. Oh no.
This photo of the morning.
No man, I'm disgusted.
Oh,
and this is why.
Why are you disgusted?
He put a comment in their conversation on Twitter and said that he insinuated that when people visit the ministers, they get your friend saying leave envelopes. And he asked him to make the envelope fat. I was hoping that he would address that. Yes. But simply not, he's misbehaving. Anyway, let's get into our stories for this morning. Kobe Eden will come through with that.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Morning. It's the 19th of March 2025. Good morning. Welcome to the morning news on the AM Club. It's time to get served what's trending in and around the country in terms of politics and, social issues. Well, good morning.
Have you been infected by Sedinam?
It looks like that.
Oh,
I'm
goofy this morning. I don't know why. That's
what we got. Did you hear the air club pitching up?
Yeah. I just feel
like it went high. Whitney Houston a pitch. But it's fine. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
What is it called? Basakari?
Yes, my smoke.
It's smoke. Your smoke is very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you own one?
Hand woven.
I used to. I just don't know where it is.
Buy some.
I had two. I just don't know where they are.
I'm fine. It's in your house.
I'll look for it.
Right.
What's in the news? Let's
go through a couple of them. Major news is that of Anas Arimiao Anas versus Honorable Kennedy Japong. It's got a lot of people trending as to, especially the amount, $80 million, not even Ghana cedis, on the part of Honorable Kennedy Japong. It's raised a question of if he is going to be able to pay the $80 million leveled against him. But there's been a file for a reduction on the part of Kennedy Japong against the 18 million Ghana cedis, $80 million lawsuit won by Anas Arimiao Anas. We'll get into the nitty-gritties of that as well. But then President John Dramani Mahama touched base with Sierra Leone as part of his bilateral conversations with heads of state of African countries as well as other countries. He went there to have conversations with the president of Sierra Leone, hoping to strengthen the ties between Ghana and Sierra Leone, as well as thank him for his appearance during his swearing-in ceremony on the 7th of January 2025. We know that that event saw a lot of African heads of states visiting, and that was the first time in the history of Ghana we are seeing something like that happen. So he's going around thanking them as well as strengthening ties with them as well. A lot of things still trending. Then the Interior Minister, Honorable Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak, finally gave some explanation to the arrest of Enes Yalkumi, the Member of Parliament for Akwitia. You know that seat or that constituency has been under a lot of scrutiny, especially after the elections, on the back of the legal banters between the NPP and the NDC with regards to who actually won the seat. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, an arrest was issued for Enes Yalkumi with regards to the contempt case that was leveled against him. The Minister for Interior came out to explain why a minister or why a member of parliament should be arrested in such a manner, in as much as there should have been clear guidelines to arresting such a person. The arrest of a commoner or a civilian should not be the same as that of a member of parliament. That was the concern raised. He came out to say, we're just following protocol. Exactly. And that was what happened. But yeah,
it doesn't matter who
you are. Then finally, before I get into it, Ajwa Safo, I like the look on your face.
This morning I've been given strong warning by the team to watch my mouth. So I'm going to watch my mouth this morning.
Yeah, so Ajwa Safo was on Ekusi saying on Asempa FM yesterday, where she, for a very long time, spoke. I'm saying for a very long time because after the elections, after her defeat in the elections, and even before the elections, we never heard of Ajwa Safo until yesterday.
I mean, we did hear about her when she was showing the yogurt.
The yogurt, yes. That was in the MPP primary. So after she lost to Michael Quaid Jr., we didn't hear from her ever since. We raised the question of if she was really in the country and if she was in the constituency supporting Michael Quaid for the elections. But that aside, she spoke about a lot of things, that mainly the defeat of the MPP was because of certain reforms that, were not put in place. For example, the introduction of the e-levy, which she said she vehemently opposed and decided to abstain from the vote. She said that if the MPP listened and did not introduce that, it could have influenced their winnings at the elections, in the sense that Ghanaians expressed their displeasure at the e-levy when it was introduced in Parliament, yet still it went through Parliament and was passed. Even after it was passed, a lot of Ghanaians called for its abolishment, but it did not see the light of day until the 2024 campaign season, when both candidates had it in their plans to scrap it off. She also spoke about the fact that in 2020...
But what are the facts about that? She was in Parliament that day and she gave her vote, Abi?
I think she abstained. Yes, if my memory serves me right.
So why did she show up in Parliament that day? Because remember that the numbers were not tallying.
They were, yes.
And they needed her to be in Parliament. So why?
I think she was not the only one.
Yeah,
we had Honorable Henry.
Yes.
Honorable Henry Quartier.
There was also another
and there's another person too
in an
as well.
ambulance who wasn't feeling well but came for the vote.
Came in the wheelchair?
For the vote.
So did she vote or not? And so the question is that, and I personally, what's the word? Irresponsibly didn't look into that.
Right. So from what she said she abstained from the vote.
She abstained, but why did she come?
As part of parliamentary proceeding, I understand you.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because she was supposed not to be in town. That's what the story was, and that it was going to affect the numbers. So why did she come to Parliament then? And remember that people had said that she wasn't the one because she's not in town. So if she's saying she abstained, does that mean that the person who came to Parliament really wasn't Adrasafo and gave a vote even though that wasn't Adrasafo?
Right.
Please, let's get into our stories.
Interesting dynamics, but let's get into our stories and start off with investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas, who has secured a significant legal victory in the United States, winning some $18 million defamation lawsuit against former Ghanaian Member of Parliament for the Asin Central Constituency, Kennedy Ohene Ejapong. Now, the verdict was delivered by a jury in Essex County in New Jersey. Now, the lawsuit filed on May 17, 2022 in the Essex County Superior Court accused Kennedy Ohene Ejapong and media personality Frederick Asamoah of making defamatory statements against Anas Aremeyaw Anas during an episode of the Daddy Fred Show, an online program popular among Ghanaian audiences in the United States. Now, during the program, Ohene Ejapong allegedly made a series of damaging and false claims, including accusing Anas Aremeyaw Anas of being a criminal, a thief, and responsible for the murder of investigative journalist Ahmed Swalin. Now, let's put this into proper context. Now, the allegations made by by Kennedy Ohene Ejapong include falsely claiming that Anas had been convicted of crimes in Ghana, accusing Anas of orchestrating Ahmed Swalin's murder, assisting and asserting that Anas was responsible for the death of multiple Chinese nationals in Ghana, and labeling Anas as a thief. Now, these are the charges or allegations that were leveled against the investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas by Kennedy Ohene Ejapong. Now, this U.S. legal triumph comes on the back of Anas's trial in Ghana, where he had earlier pursued a defamation case against Kennedy Ohene Ejapong in 2018. Now, Anas had sought 25 million Ghana cedis in damages, citing defamatory materials published by the former Member of Parliament for Asin Central. Now, however, the court in Accra ruled against Anas on March 15, 2023, stating that his investigative methods resembled investigative terrorism rather than legitimate journalism. Now, Justice Eric Ba, who presided over the Ghana case, upheld Ejapong's claims that Anas was an extortionist and a blackmailer. The Supreme Court of Ghana later reinforced his ruling in 2024 with a 3-2 decision. Now, undeterred by the unfavorable rulings in Ghana, Anas sought justice at the international level. Now, his persistent paid off when the Essex County jury ruled in his favor, awarding him some $18 million in damages, marking a decisive victory for the journalist in his long-running battle for reputation and justice. Now, those were some background to the particular story. But now let's just stay on this because Kennedy Ohene Ejapong has filed a motion in the U.S. court seeking a reduction in the $18 million damages awarded to investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas in a defamation case. Now, Ejapong's legal team submitted a cross motion for summary judgment, arguing the jury's decision should not be reconsidered and the damages adjusted. Now, the motion filed in the Superior Court of New Jersey requests a review and potential reduction of the verdict. Now, the case stems from a defamation lawsuit filed by Anas Aremeyaw Anas following public accusations. Now, after legal proceedings, the court ruled in favor of Anas, like I said, awarding him with some $18 million against Kennedy Ohene Ejapon. Now, Ohene Ejapon's lawyer cited legal precedent, arguing that while jury verdicts are generally respected, courts can modify damages when deemed necessary. They contended the awarded amount is excessive and are requesting a fair reassessment of the judgment. Now, we hope to see the trajectory of this if indeed the court, through this new motion filed by the lawyers of the former Member of Parliament for Asin Central, would be heeded to in terms of the reduction in the lawsuit or the award of the $80 million to Anas Aremeyaw Anas. We hope to see, and if it is going to be reduced, what the new amount will be. But let's still stay on this as renowned journalist, investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas has issued a strong warning to politicians and the media following his decisive legal victory in the Essex County Court in New Jersey. Now, a jury found the former Member of Parliament liable for defamation and awarded Anas an $18 million defamation, winning in damages. Now, in a statement posted on Facebook, Anas emphasized the significance of the ruling, declaring it is a powerful message to Ghanaian politicians that the media cannot be taken for granted. Now, let's walk you through the statement he posted on his Facebook page, and it says, press release by Anas Aremeyaw Anas after U.S. Essex County Court victory. Now, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As it was posted yesterday in the afternoon, I stand before you today with a profound sense of vindication and determination. Yesterday, in the Essex County Superior Court in New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict finding Kennedy Ejapon, former member of the Ghanaian Parliament, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million US. These damages arise from statements made following the airing of the BBC documentary on corruption, quote, Betraying the Game, on October 28, 2018. This decision is not merely a legal triumph. It is a resounding affirmation that falsehood and character assassination have no place in our society. It reinforces our commitment to building a robust democracy that serves all ordinary Ghanaians. This victory is especially significant for me because proving defamation in the United States is an exceptionally high hurdle, requiring clear and convincing evidence of malice. That the jury ruled unanimously in my favor underscores that Mr. Ejapon acted both maliciously and recklessly in his attacks against me. Regrettably, the situation in Ghana was starkly different. In 2018, when I pursued a similar lawsuit, the justice eluded me. Despite Mr. Ejapon's own admission of lacking evidence to support his calumnious claims, Justice Eric Ban of the Accra High Court not only denied me justice, but also unjustly portrayed me, the civil plaintiff, as a criminal. This ruling was later condemned by the Supreme Court Justice Kulendi, who described it as a violent abuse of judicial authority. Such outcomes are a stark reminder of the systematic flaws within our Ghanaian judicial system, flaws that demand urgent attention. In contrast, the proceedings in New Jersey demonstrated fairness and accountability. Presided over by the Honorable Judge Jeffrey B. Beechma, the case saw Mr. Ejapon take the stand alongside his brother, Raphael Ejapon. So, as he had in Ghana, he introduced audiovisual evidence under the title "Who Attacks the Watchman?" and even cited the Ghanaian judgment in his defense. Despite these efforts, our case, thoroughly prepared and presented by my legal team led by Andrew D. Esquire, prevailed with an 8-0 verdict on every count. This outcome proves that the truth prevails and that accountability must extend to everyone regardless of their position or influence. It continues to say, today's outcome sends a powerful message, particularly to Ghanaian politicians. You cannot take the media for granted. The press plays an indispensable role in scrutinizing power and holding leaders accountable, and any attempt to undermine this essential function will be met with resolute resistance. I extend my deepest gratitude to my legal team, Andrew Dihe Esquire, Arthur Wengme Esquire, Evan Selassie Adika Esquire, and Odei Crow Esquire, as well as we await the final determination on the punitive judgment. Let this milestone serve as a rallying call for all who believe in a just and transparent society. The fight against corruption continues unabated. We will persist in rooting out graft and holding accountable the bad actors in our society. Now, that was a statement published by investigative journalist Anas Aremeyao Anas with regards to his $18 million lawsuit won against the former member of parliament for Ascent Central, Kennedy Ohene Japan. Like I stated, Kennedy Ohene Japan has filed a motion for a reduction in the verdict in terms of, well, the amount of money, $18 million. We hope to see the trajectory of that lawsuit, of that motion filed by the former member of parliament, Kennedy Ohene Japan, with regards to that. But now let's go to the presidency, where President John Dramani Mahama has announced the successful restoration of his X account, formerly Twitter, after it was compromised on March 16, 2025. Now, the breach involved unauthorized promotions of a cryptocurrency scam, Solana Africa, which falsely claimed to be led by the president to facilitate free payments across Africa using the Solana blockchain. Expressing gratitude for the support received during the incident, President Mahama stated that his team, in collaboration with X Support, had regained control of the account. Now, the first indication of the hack came when Mahama's account began posting promotional content about a cryptocurrency project known as Solana Africa. Now, he put out a statement yesterday. Let's walk you through what the president said in the post. Now, this is the official page of President John Dramani Mahama. My team has restored my account working with the X Support team. Thank you for your enquiries and offers to assist. Hashtag Let's Build Ghana Together. Posted at 10:30 a.m. yesterday, March 18, 2025. Let's jet off to Parliament, where the Interior Minister, Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak, has clarified that the attempted arrest of the Akwatia Member of Parliament, Ernest Yakumi, on March 7, 2025, was indeed to reinforce a bench warrant issued by the High Court for contempt. Now, supporters of the New Patriotic Party at Akwatia in the Eastern region resisted the arrest attempt by operatives of the National Investigations Bureau, NIB. Now, the Interior Minister's explanation came in response to a question posed by the Minority Leader, Alexander Fenyo-Markin, regarding the circumstances surrounding the attempted arrest. Now, take a listen to the submission of the Interior Minister.
19 February 2025, issued a bench warrant for the arrest of Ernest Yakumi, Member of Parliament for Akwatia constituency. The warrant was served on the National Intelligence Bureau, NIB's Eastern Regional Office through the National Security Coordinator. Right Honorable Speaker, the circumstances surrounding the attempted arrest of the Member of Parliament by the officers of the NIB was therefore to carry out the orders of the High Court per the warrant dated 19 February 2025 for committer for contempt.
It could have been avoided if my colleague had gone to court. If they had gone to court the day they needed him, it would have been avoided. The court wouldn't have issued bench warrant. Mr. Speaker, I recollect very much that my colleague from Bimbila and I were in this chamber when the clerk was reminding each and every one of us to take our oath that if you know there's any service on you and you go ahead to take the oath, you should be ready to follow the consequences. And my colleague, you and I all agreed, and we affirmed to the positive that yes, we're ready to take the oath as members of Parliament and suffer any consequences. So if our colleague is going through this predicament, when he knew that he had this court issue, he's clear on his.
That was the Minister for Interior, Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, addressing a concern raised by the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, with regards to the arrest or attempted arrest of the Member of Parliament for NSE Alkumi. Now, let's put this into perspective. Why? Because in the build-up to the swearing-in of this Parliament, the 9th Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, on the 6th of January 2025, in the build-up to the 7th of January 2025, a lawsuit or a legal suit was filed on the Member of Parliament for the Akwetia constituency, who, on the back of the 2024 general elections, was not able, or some calm was not able to be restored to that constituency with regards to who actually won the election, whether the MPP Member of Parliament or the opposition at that time, the NDC Member of Parliament running on the ticket of the NDC for the Akwetia constituency. He went ahead to take the oath of office on the 6th of January 2025. Then we saw an eruption of a legal suit on the part of the NDC, where NSE Alkumi was supposed to be in court for verdict and hearing. Unfortunately, he wasn't at court in Kufori, but in the Chamber of Parliament. Later that day, we saw a statement where he was convicted for contempt of court in terms of not upholding till the injunction served on him, as barring him from swearing himself in as Member of Parliament for the Akwetia constituency. Later on, we saw an arrest warrant or a bench warrant for his arrest, where the National Intelligence Bureau led that arrest, but was resisted by members in his constituency. This jurisdiction of the minority Member of Parliament, the minority leader in Parliament, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, raising the concern of why the arrest, and then the Interior Minister, Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, put that into perspective in his response, stating that this could have been avoided if the Member of Parliament, NSE Alkumi, appeared in court on that day. We would keep our eyes keenly on this, getting to understand, know what happens after this, if the arrest goes through, and what the legal procedures will be after. Trust us to bring you up to date with that. But President John Dramani Mahama visited Sierra Leone for an official visit aimed at strengthening bilateral relations, focusing on trade, infrastructure, and regional economic development between both nations. Now, during his visit, President Mahama engaged in high-level discussions with President Julius Maada Bio, exploring opportunities to enhance trade, investment, and economic collaborations for mutual benefit and long-term growth.
President Julius Maada Bio, for the warm hospitality we've enjoyed since we arrived here. Our purpose for this visit is a short working visit, but also in the spirit of African tradition to say thank you to my brother, President Maada Bio, for the honor he did me in graciously attending my investiture as president on the 7th of January 2025. And so, as we do in African tradition, I should have come the next morning to say thank you, but better late than never. I was busy putting the government into place, and today was the best opportunity. And we thank you for the kind hospitality. I think that President Maada Bio's report is very comprehensive. Indeed, we have discussed a broad range of issues, and one of the most important points we agreed on was to establish the Permanent Joint Commission for Cooperation as quickly as possible, so that it becomes the institutional framework for us to build our cooperation on. There are many areas in which we can work together. And as he said, we discussed issues of agriculture and food security. We discussed issues of power and electricity, and how we can work together to enhance the West African power pool. We discussed issues of education and exchange, and we believe that the Permanent Joint Commission for Cooperation is going to be the best avenue on which we can build this cooperation together. On sub-regional issues, as an old face but a new face in ECOWAS again, we discussed issues to do with the issue of terrorism and the issue of the current...
Let's also stay on the president's visit in Sierra Leone, because President John Dramani Mahama, during his official visit to Sierra Leone, met with members of the Ghanaian community and their contributions and addressed their concerns. Now, speaking to the group, President Mahama conveyed the appreciation of the Sierra Leone president for the peaceful and hardworking nature of Ghanaians living in the country. But the president also acknowledged the issues raised by the community regarding permits and taxes. He assured them of his commitment to discussing these matters and exploring potential solutions for the Ghanaian community.
Yes. Many presidents also also on also Ghana for the Ghana for me there. We come from Waboma Basso. Okay. No near some. You okay? Tax no airport
I am the P there, Abahana and I'm very much glad to see you. I pray that today you will come as often as possible to come and check on us. I'm very, very much excited. So I'm kind of lost for words. But then in all, I thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Like I said, President Bill says Ghanaians are peaceful. You're doing your work well, and I mean they live very peacefully with you, and so he actually praised the Ghanaian community, and that's why he said after our meeting I should come and meet with you and extend their appreciation for the work you're doing here. Yeah, the few issues you've raised about the permits and also about, you talked about tax or something. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll try and raise it and see what progress we can make. But well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
God bless you.
I will see you when you come home. Thank you very much.
That was the roundup of activities by President John Dramani Mahama when he visited Sierra Leone to have bilateral conversations with the president of Sierra Leone. Now, what you just saw was an engagement he had with the Ghanaian community who met him at his arrival in Sierra Leone to express their, for lack of a better expression, concerns and hope that he had conversations with the president to address these concerns. He's assured them that conversations with the president and their concerns will be duly addressed. But now let's talk about the former member of parliament for the Owusu for Dom Kwabena constituency, Honorable Adwoa Safo, as she has broken her silence on what she says was her decision to abstain from the voting on the electronic transfer levy, commonly known as e-levy, in 2022. Now, according to the former lawmaker, she has no regrets about her choice. Now, she made the statement while speaking on Ekusi saying on Asempa FM, where the former gender minister explained that her decision was based on her conviction that the e-levy would not benefit Ghanaians and would rather impose hardships on the citizens. Take a listen.
But Adia Bakwa may regret it. I will never. E-levy, the bomb charge.
E-levy said at the time this was a critical piece of legislation and now buying people push it through to rescue the economy. Numbers near tied. The opposition was on government, said they will never allow. Or more just one number more than the opposition. Adwoa Safo also beka homa buying the 138. And you say you will not regret?
No. Oh, e-levy. Ban. Yen tobuana aban pese yen jiji.
Sure.
Nipa ewo Ghana. Sebia uye Momo bank to online banking, that kind of niamano. Electronic transactions.
Sure.
Neba yeno anhyehyɛ ne baaye no esoro ho no ye mu bi no ne yesusu say emmoa Ghana.
You had that personal conviction.
Exactly. So
say 11
emmoa yen esan say me baby ami me fi any baby ayetete me papa ofri grass and wako grace mu.
Okay.
Just ofri him and nyame aye no defo ene. Oba yen so no ne ode atete yen ne asore no ginafo eye charity eye se yeboa ehiafo yeboa onibiefo enyanka na sebe minua me se ne na me hu 11 ni se me nam kwan na me hunu on e to body ko fibro kuman se so he body ni nyina na egu ho no wo boa no kwa nu 500 Ghana obi ne dwetire 100 na watoto o se me maami wo ekura me sendi sika akoma no okotena so no o sendi kakra na wanya na ne yatin na and sit well
with you
and na many ma sorry mpanyimfo ne me papa mo so de matena sesa ade amode ba no dodo no ebekuru tia ni passet na mo ahokyere no beye mo entimu nyan. I was torn between my church and my political party. Some party see yanko. No, so I wouldn't even consultations are omode ye de ba first om see yanko engagement say wo grassroots ni nyama ni nyina no. Enti where baby I producing me fee, which is Domiko Abinya, which is my papa sorry for, and then my papa sorry.
So she does not regret the fact that she abstained from voting, but a lot of people are like, well, you abstained from voting, but one vote, e-levy passed through. You could have done more. That's the conversation on social media. But that was the former member of parliament for the Domiko Abinya constituency, as well as the former gender minister, Honorable Sarah Adjoa-Safo, speaking about her abstaining from the e-levy vote when it was, introduced in Parliament for a vote. But yeah, that is what has been happening in the past 24 hours or less. Well, this has been the morning news on the AM Club. My name is Edem Kobe. Remember that more news is available when you visit mx24.com or MX24, or you download the MX24 app via Play Store or Apple App Store. There's more news for you to read when you log on to those websites. But guys, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, Kobe, Adam, for coming through. We move on to some sports right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Let's get into some sports updates right here on the AM Club. My name is Kojo Dasaber. Let's get straight into that. But before that, early partial and auto cash out, looking for more control over your bets. Cash out allows you to take an early payout on your bets before they are settled, meaning you're able to get money back before the event is over and your bet is ultimately resulted. You either make a profit or get a portion of your initial bet back, depending on how your selection is doing at the time of you taking up the cash out. On to our first story. The Black Stars held training sessions at the Accra Sports Stadium on yesterday to continue preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Madagascar. All 23 invited players participated, engaging in rigorous drills to secure their spots for the upcoming matches. Notable players included Thomas Teipate, Jordan Ayew, and Mohamed Cruz, among others. The team showed strong commitment, impressing coaches and fans who attended the session. Training began on Monday with 9 players, with the full squad joining by Tuesday. Preparations are set to continue today and tomorrow ahead of the first match against Chad on Friday, March 21st, 2025, with the team showing promising form for the qualifiers. Now, away from that, the former Miami Open finalist Naomi Osaka survived a first-round scare from Ukrainian qualifier Yulia, coming from a set and a breakdown to advance 3-6, 6-4, 6-3 in 2 hours and 28 minutes. Osaka, the 2022 runner-up to Iga Swiatek. Action now. Baylor scored 13 of his career-high 20 points in the fourth quarter. Kristaps Porzingis had 25 points and 13 rebounds, and the Boston Celtics beat the Brooklyn Nets 104-96 this dawn. Now, Baylor the AM Club, early partial and auto cash out, looking for more control over your bets. Well, to take an early payout on your bets before they are settled, meaning you're able to get your money back before the event is over and your bet is ultimately resulted. You either make a profit or get a portion of your initial bet back, depending on how your selection is doing at the time of you taking up the cash out. Visit the MX24 app to catch up on all the fun and excitement of the AM Club shows. Yes, this very show, featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you cannot afford to miss.
With all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports, and business insights on mx24online.com, it's time for entertainment and showbiz right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning, everybody. Woman Wednesday is here, and today, my Woman Crush Wednesday. Beautiful ladies sitting there as usual. I hope you guys are doing well. You're welcome to Entertainment News segments right here on AM Club Coffee Daily. My name is Ajwa from Poma Ututrudam the first. Good morning.
Because why was I looking for you earlier and you were nowhere to be found?
Wow. Where are you looking for me?
Wow.
I was looking for you yesterday.
Forward.
Professor was sorting me one to kaka, but don't worry.
Hey.
He did his thing.
Hey.
Yeah. Sir?
And then I'm found anyway. I went it. I'm found anyway. If I'm scared, I'm smile at you. Thanks, I'm from waiting. What's up? What are you doing?
Okay, what about you?
Bless, beautiful. And
okay, do you
course,
want to get some of your
It's a touch of African way.
Touch of African.
Yes. So, my
heart is African.
Your heart is African.
My heart is African, so it's
when we are done, I'll tell Afi something.
So, Mama J, I hear editing now. What?
All right, moving on.
What's in the world of entertainment?
We're going to start with Best Male Performance. Yesterday, we looked at some categories, and so let's take a look at Best Male Performance in the upcoming TGMA. We have Kofi Noel, Do Not Fear, Emmanuel Judah, Asada, Emoji Music, Awarding, Fufru, Aisi, Can I Live, and Joe Metal, Obo, Awon,
Oba.
Okay.
Womba.
The male performance is like male voice, the best male vocalist more.
Yeah.
Vocal performance.
And their voice.
So when they say vocal performance, so they're looking, that's why it's not just the name, but then the title of the song. So they look into that particular performance in the song itself. You get it?
You mean it's not, that's why it's not just the name of the artist.
So it's not the name of the artist.
They
specify the particular song.
But it didn't used to be like, I don't know if they, because when Ifya won
first, it wasn't like
four
that.
times in a row.
Yeah,
there was one time she won 4 times in a row, best female vocalist.
Yeah.
There was nothing like looking into the sound.
No. So that category was different. It was female vocalist. Not vocal performance. Female vocalist. And that category still exists.
Chatterhouse crying wrote for
does it?
Confused me.
Female vocalist of the year. Yes, it's still
so is it still there?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Not there
I think
now.
It's been redefined to this.
They've redefined it.
Yes, it's been redefined
vocal
to
performance.
This. Yeah, it's a vocal
But why is it all
performance.
men?
No, there's female too.
So there's
this is
female.
best male.
Best male.
So we'll look at them. Have you Kofi Noel, Emmanuel?
Kofi Noel is may he so rest in perfect peace.
He died?
Yeah.
year, last year.
Kofi Noah is
he's a baker too,
he's a baker, he's a singer, he's a gospel.
Died last year.
He died.
Sadly.
I have no idea who that is.
Emoji music, I heard different for IEC. I could say IEC, I could say Joe Metal.
And all of them. Emoji. I like that one for it. That is a good performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving away from that best female vocal performance. Best female vocal. Nana Esiedu, Team Eternity Ghana. Okay, she killed it. She killed it.
Yeah, man.
Ladina the soprano, JKD's favorite best friend.
Don't even ask me who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah.
Because we know it's
so
Ladina
I'm definitely
soprano.
going to vote for Ladina the soprano.
It's like they sat you down and said.
It is just that if we're looking at vocal performance, so for me it's the two of them, the first two, because Nana.
I was about to say.
Well, Titi is a good friend of Titi is a good friend of mine. Yes, that's why everybody has their preference.
No. I'm not saying that yours was bad. I'm not saying that.
Oh hi, it's say Obisawa was also because okay Titi war so yeah. I mean they're all fire. I don't know the Maima Africa. I don't know Esther.
Yeah, I don't know Esther Goodwill.
Yeah, so I'll look into their performance too as well to see what it is. But then you do know where my
That's why
vote
Nana
will go.
killed it. Lodina the
She did kill it. I mean, that's why everybody know. Everybody wants to sing that part. How she even started the whole thing and all that. Yeah.
Oh. Dipper.
The what?
Dipper.
Okay, you're so cute.
Okay, now I want us to take a look at this because the next category, because after this category, there's a story on this category. And as a palitarian,
which
not just a palitarian,
we are not happy that
a strong flag
the vice
bearer.
president of the palitarian nation.
Well, okay, so we're taking a look at Songwriter of the Year, and we're taking a look at that because Kim Paluta came out with a letter to Charterhouse talking about why Makoma was snubbed.
Why?
In some categories.
Yes.
Songwriter, most popular.
Yes.
And
why?
Call your mama.
Call your mama. Hey, why see compare? Let's see No,
but when you ask me why, what happened?
There's a conversation of, I don't know, I saw it on social media where I was asking myself, I was asking why wasn't it nominated and all that. But I think conversations came in that it's profane.
It's what?
The song is profane.
Oh. It's not down. And most of his songs shouldn't be nominated because he can say,
he has suffered that because some of his songs were not nominated some years. Because
yes, for a time. Yeah, for a time it wasn't nominated.
There are some songs
is it that Obeti? That one.
Obeti, that's an insult.
Yeah.
To what?
Therefore, no, you so you can't tell us nothing. Therefore,
so I was asking NCC Fiani being a profane.
Wait, what? All we know is it's just about love. That's all. It's about
Makoma.
Kim Paluta's hit song Makoma has been noticeably absent from the nominees list of the 2025 Telecel Ghana Music Awards, sparking concerns among his music lovers. In response, Kim Paluta has petitioned the TGMA board seeking an explanation for the snub. Makoma was a massive hit in Ghana in 2024, gaining significant online visibility and even becoming an anthem for the new patriotic party's campaign platforms. The song was submitted for consideration in 4 categories, including Most Popular Song, Record of the Year, Hip Life Song of the Year, and Songwriter, but failed to receive a single nomination. So let's take a look at his petition. Date 18th March 2025.
To The board. Of Telesale
Ghana Music Awards. info@GhanaMusicAwards.com. Oh, I've seen the email. Don't worry. I have
you have something to say to them.
Petition on Makoma Snob. We humbly write to your honorable board to demand some explanations. You can explain that. In connections with the snub of Makoma by Kim Paluta, a song we duly submitted for consideration, which we believe remains Ghana's most popular song, released the year under review, generating the most excitement amongst music lovers to date. We filed Makoma for most popular song, record of the year, hip life song of the year, songwriter of the year, Kim Paluta. This concern has become necessary after the team realized none of the categories we submitted the said material for was considered after the official nominees announcement. We believe in the competence of the TGMA board and trust that a convincing reason be issued to our team, music enthusiasts, and general public on this unpopular decision of the board. We are confident that Makoma breaches no moral or ethical requirement of the board and will be ready to engage for possible consideration of the song in the category submitted for earlier. Sincerely, the management, Kim Paluta. Now, they are lucky because, Robert Clark came out to say yesterday on Hits FM that, they are doing the reconsideration now. And so let's see if it gets, but as he stated, it doesn't breach any no moral or ethical requirement of the board.
It does not.
Oh, come on, me. Let's see. All right, moving away from that. So we have Taylor Swift, Shabuzi, and they win 2025 iHeart Radio Music Award. First of all, what did we do to you that when you come to do our award, you don't let us know again?
Like this?
iHeart Radio, that's first. Everybody used to know that I come to do iHeart Radio Award. Now, they don't let us know again. Yeah. What did we do to them? First of all, what did I do? Small journalism that I say I'll do. That I'll come and stand here and talk about what you wore. Anyway, let's quickly get into it. Nigerian superstars Burna Boy, Tems, Lil J, and Davido were nominated for the 2025 iHeart Radio Music Awards, with Davido and Lil J up for Best R&B Song for their contribution to Chris Brown's Sensational. Burna Boy and Tems were nominated for World Artist of the Year, but were edged out by South African star Tyler, who led the African contingent with 3 nominations. The awards ceremony that was held at the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles, with winners including Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, and Caesar. Big congratulations to Tyler. Very, very big congratulations. This girl is going really, really high.
We're living the life.
We love it. As she said, she's the uppity, what did they call her the other time? Uppity South African. Whatever they called her.
Right?
Whatever they called her, yeah. She's doing amazingly well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is all we have for you today on the Entertainment News segment. My name is Ajua Frimpoma. I come your way same time tomorrow. Not to forget my face and my beautiful self. Don't worry, I'll be back. Don't miss me so much. In case you miss me, follow me on Instagram or call me. Over to you guys.
I'm not incredible. Someone was actually asking me what's the right way to say it, whether my names are or my name is. English teacher, what do you think?
My names are.
My names are.
I think when you're addressing the my name is, it is first singular today.
Not like this. In today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, with Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. Please feel free to reach out to us on 050-1515124 or 0539-135073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you.
Well, are you looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs? At Telecel, we understand everyone has their own preference. That's why we have the unbeatable Made For Me bundles made just for you. The Made For Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to your special Made For Me bundle. Telecel, connecting energies. All right, so that's about it for Coffee Daily. And of course, it's brought to you kind courtesy Carbo Coffee. Carbo Coffee way this girl, this woman, sorry, decided to say she not going to give me. But today's a Wednesday, so maybe let's see if...
I'm really eating watching. I don't have time for coffee. Oh. I drank coffee at 4 a.m. So now what I'm going to do
is watching.
Is today what I'm going to now.
Yes.
This is what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
I'm going to continue on this tangent of drinking coffee at 4 when I'm up.
Okay. So that I don't get some.
So that when I come here, you don't come and tell me that I'm wicked.
Yes, but that's wickedness.
Cowbell coffee is my fuel.
Guys, please.
For the day.
Up next is Fashion Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Coffee continues.
www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Every day is packed with its own surprises. You never know which thrill is around the corner. Feel good. Feel good. Or how it will play out. There's a sense of excitement.
Did our plane just stop? Another cash out.
That adds a little magic to my everyday.
Feels like a party tonight.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been to university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles, you were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
Samplers, the ultimate vendor fair where brands come alive through taste, experience them first. Where food, beauty, fashion, essential. This is where real connections happen. And this March, Samplers is back with the Gold Coast Market Edition. Bigger, better, and all about made in Ghana brands.
Step into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV. This week on The Dish.
Most of the ladies that enter my DMs talk about bloating, because I get this all the time, like, as a thick lady, how are you able to keep up your body, keep up your skin, and all that? We should bear in mind that bloating is very normal with women. Hormonal changes and bloating. People have tender breasts during their ovulation period and in their menstrual period and everything. So when people come into my DMs with situations like that, I tell them that wear what makes you comfortable. You get it? You know you are bloating, you can't be wearing bodycon or something. Why don't you wear boo-boo? Why don't you wear a big tee and shorts? Something that makes you comfortable, because you can't go away from the fact that this is happening to me at that time. And then we have things that we eat that also boost your confidence so that you don't feel bloated. I know a lot of women do ginger shots or turmeric shots in the morning. It helps with good gut. And then Greek yogurt also goes a long way to help you to rectify your gut.
Let's come to our ladies' bags. You know, as a lady, you need to have specific things in your bag.
That's
and
right.
then in another bag.
In another bag.
Yeah. So most of the time, when I go on set, I recommend that in that small purse of yours, you need to have an extra panty, like 2 extra panties.
Oh.
You understand?
A hand panty around?
Yeah.
Wow.
A hand sanitizer.
Okay.
A pad, panty liner, a small Dettol, antiseptic. I don't want to advertise it. Antiseptic. Okay, a lip shine, probably some body splash, something small. Yes. In a sense that we are women, and you need to smell good anytime. Yes. You need to look good anytime. Because sometimes people go to work and, excuse me, they just mess up. They poo, not plenty, but probably just laughing, it will just come like that. They even wee-wee. So if you don't have an extra panty in your bag, how are you going to handle it?
The Dish is presented by Epiglow.
Into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV. Step into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation.
You're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah, and we're getting into Fashion Wednesday. And of course, the fashion queen is already seated. But before we get into that conversation, at Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique healthcare needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebusian Health Plan. This health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals, families, and smaller groups. Access to quality care is just a phone call away, offering continual assurance of your family's welfare. Contact us today on 0546 645 465 or 0503 860-381. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with Jibu Water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. With options of our innovative 20-liter bottles that come with a tab and 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of a new life as our clean and hygienic Jibu water flows through them for your consumption. Now, whether you need a cool drink to quench your thirst or fresh water, cooking water to make your meals taste its best, Jibu water is the answer to your clean water needs. Now, order for your clean water now by calling us on 020-9845817. That's 020-9845817, or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/GH for more information about our brand, Jibu Water, a better life. Now, it's Fashion Wednesday, and of course, we're going to get into the conversation with the fashion queen, Diana Edinam Kumbe, a.k.a. Diana.Kumbe. Now it is your Jay-Z, dear. And your Jay-Z level has high.
Representing my people.
Your people. Yeah. How's it going? You good? You look amazing.
But you should expect this. You should expect
I don't even know where to pass the thing to, whether to continue or to allow her to take over her show.
What day born are you?
Tuesday.
Abna.
Yeah.
But Abna, for them, come on, so.
Yeah, Hojo.
Like you guys are.
Yeah, calm.
Yes.
Do you know your Abna?
Oh boy.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. This says you know Rabna. I know Rabna. Rabna is my producer. And it's certainly not a calm one. Yeah. Certainly not a calm one. But yes, lots of things happening in the world of fashion. We are going to get into that. We have quite a number of things we want to touch on. Me personally, now I need stylists. Because this year, 2025, this girl has to teach me how to style my things properly. This morning, I was struggling with putting a brooch on this dress. And I was saying that this thing that I'm going to do, Jay, send me the brooch to idea is not enough. I'm pick it. Because I was thinking it will contrast with this. Yeah. It's working. I pick it. Wonderful. Now, Fashion Wednesday, what do we have on Fashion Wednesday?
So, I mean, in the spirit of Ghana Month, we are trying to do something a bit different.
Wonderful.
And so we went all the way to Tema.
Oh.
To see two amazing young people who are doing really well for themselves. They do tie and dye and batik.
Batik.
And that's what they do. That's how they are surviving. This is what they are currently doing to make money to feed themselves. And so we had a little conversation about that, and it was actually very practical. So like we're creating a masterpiece.
So you created your own batik.
Yeah.
For that matter.
Yeah.
Where is it?
In tie and dye.
Where is it?
So I decided, you know what, you can keep it and sell it to someone else because I know that this is amazing. And now that I've learned it, I can do it.
Is it that easy to be learned and done on the side, like yourself?
So I think so. I think if you've understudied someone for a while, you
should be able to do it.
Once you have the things that you need. But I also think that with time comes experience, and so then you get to know, because they're saying something like some fabrics, it's harder for the dye to penetrate.
Yes. Okay.
And those things, even if they teach you, even if they say it's, once you is when you experience it that you'll be able to know even how to get around that. And so but they know their stuff, and these are people who actually studied it in school and then also understudied other people, and then are now standing on their own to do what they are currently doing. So these are I interviewed 2 people.
Okay.
So one is Michael Owusu, he's the owner of Dyed Stuff, and then Trudy Rosario, she is the owner of Dye in Progress.
Oh, Dye Stuff and Dye in
Stuff, the Dye in Progress.
Very Gen Z. Because Dye Stuff there. But you also remember that when we were younger, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, actually, put it that way, growing up, in my area, right, we had ladies who were doing this whole tie and dye thing, and it was a big house, and even in different areas, I heard it was like a thing, like tie and dye was an easy venture, like it's just like people who were into mobile money, like everywhere everybody was doing tie and dye. Then that market died off. Yeah, it died off. For a very long time, people were not wearing that. Also because they started complaining about the chemicals that was being used and how it was cancerous and it was causing skin diseases and what have you. So that industry died off for a bit, and then people went into the already made fabrics from all these companies, and then the Chinese fake fabrics also came into the industry because what people were doing that people were finding it easy to get African prints. That was African prints. People were getting it. Tie and dye was easy. It was less expensive. People were patronizing it because, I mean, it was easier to have access to that. Then that business died. So when I saw the flyer about that, I was like, actually, I found this other girl on social media, and she's actually dyeing this silk fabrics. And I'm like, silk?
I know.
I did not know, but it comes out so beautiful. I'll introduce her to you.
Okay.
It comes out so nice. And I'm like, how are these people finding the niche in this area? Right. So I think that's absolutely amazing. But what did you pick from this interview?
That people are doing things, like young people are doing things. You know, when you go on social media, there's so many conversations about they are lazy, they are this and they are that. But people are actually trying so hard to make things possible for themselves. And they are following their passion. I know that they even mentioned that it's not just about passion, but also like putting in the work. But these particular people are following their passion. They are making it work for themselves. They mentioned some of the struggles that they face, that sometimes when they price the fabric, people don't understand. It's just tie and dye. That's why they say tie and dye. Batik, it's not supposed to be that expensive and things like that. But they are putting their creativity into this. They buy whatever fabric it is that they are using to dye. The dye that they are using, the wax that they are using, whatever it is that they are using, it's still bought. It's still and it takes it takes a while for the things to come out to dry, for them to, they'll iron certain things and they remove the wax. It's a process for them. So they can't even say, I can get you this exact same design, because sometimes
it doesn't come out that way.
No, so they can't even promise. So when they are doing things, it is maybe 1 in 5, you are getting something that is unique. And so when they price, and they say it's not so expensive, but when they price, it's like people are saying that they can just get something elsewhere and then move on with life. You understand? But these are people that they are still doing it. They are still trying to make things work for themselves, and they are making it. So honestly, the youth, they are not lazy.
No, at all. At all.
They are not lazy. They are just finding ways and means to survive, honestly.
I love that. So you're going to have us watch the video?
Yes. So we have just a little snippet for you on AM Club, but at 6:30, Fashion Wednesday, 6:30, on MX24 TV, and then online on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook. You can find us again 6:30 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at the video. A snippet of what is going to be showing at 6:30 tonight.
Hi guys, welcome to Fashion Wednesday with me, your fashionable host, Diana Edina Kumbe. Today we are somewhere in Tema. We are coming to learn about the art of making tie and dye and batik.
We have our stamp. This is a foam that we've designed and cut a stamp.
Okay.
For stamping on the fabric to give us a unique design.
Okay.
Yeah. And then here we have a glove. You need to protect your hands for the chemicals we are going to use.
Okay.
Yes. And then these are the chemicals.
What are they?
They are caustic soda and then hydrous.
Okay.
Yes.
What do they do?
Well, we use it in mixing the dye so that they bond well with the fabric.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have our rubber band for tying any kind of design you want to tie. You can use the thread in place of the rubber band. Yes.
Okay.
And then here are the dyes. Yes. So different colors.
Okay. Better clap for me, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Give me the fans. Hey, wait. wait. I'll do like this. Hello. Does it still work?
Yeah, it works. It works that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are now going to fasten it with the rubber bands. So the parts that we do not want the dyes to penetrate, we are going to block with the rubber tie. Okay. So you have to make sure that you blocked it.
Okay.
Very tight.
So this side is what you don't want, or this is the part you want? This.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
the tiny parts.
White.
Right.
Okay. Feel free to help.
Okay. She did like this. Then she did like this.
It just has to be tight.
Should I do it again?
Yes, go again.
Yeah, Dinam.
So we dip our stamp into the wax.
Okay.
We shake it a bit and then now we come in.
Okay, so let's start doing that one too.
So.
Okay. And so when did you decide that this is also what you wanted to do? Did you do home econs?
No.
Yeah, because I had a feeling.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we do.
So that's the main difference between tie and dye and
batik.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So why did you decide to do this? At what point in your life did you decide that this was also what you want to do?
When I got to university, I did textile design and technology.
Now, where did you come from that you decided to go and do textile design?
Okay, I loved fashion and
so
textiles.
What did you do?
I did general art.
So why didn't you do A?
Well, my father is those kind where they want to direct you.
Right.
So, yes. So after SS, I was like, yeah. Let me do what I want.
Right.
Yes. So I entered into the textiles and fashion. Yes.
Yeah, getting there. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so you said you did your internship at GTP.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after GTP, I had to do my service in Ghana Armed Forces SHS.
As a teacher?
Yes.
Interesting.
Teaching assistant.
Okay.
Then after that, I started. Okay, actually, I started in school. Whilst I was in school,
you were doing it, and then people were purchasing?
Yeah.
People liked it?
Yes.
Okay.
I was more on the t-shirt than the fabric.
Okay.
So I was doing t-shirt dyeing, yes. And then the fabric comes in once, yes.
Yeah.
So some people use hot water. Yes. So everybody and the techniques they use.
Okay.
Some people use hot water and then they add a bit of salt.
Okay.
But once you do your research and you're okay with whatever technique you are using, you can decide whether as to or not to use.
Okay. So what technique are we using?
So the no salt and then basically the no salt, no hot water.
Like a general one.
General one.
We dip.
it.
Okay.
The whole thing in here.
Ooh.
Sometimes, especially if the fabric is very big, so the folds become very heavy. So you have to like open the pores so that they penetrate.
Right.
If you don't,
how do you open the pores?
So just like open the side that you tied.
Can you raise it
so
a bit? Okay.
You open so that they go into the fabric.
Okay.
Yeah. So normally this should be ready in 15 minutes. Some people use less.
Okay.
Some people use more.
So right now we are just going to put this aside or we can just leave it. And then we focus on Michael. What we doing next?
So after your stamping, you carefully fold your fabric.
Okay.
Just so you don't have cracks and breaks in the wax.
Right.
Yes, because the wax, they dry and become hard.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. Sure. Sometimes too, the cracks in it creates a new
design.
Yes. But
I see what you mean.
Most of the time we try not to. Yes.
Okay. So then now what?
Then we also mix the dyes.
Okay. So water. This I will not touch.
Can I skip the gloves?
Please wear your glove. Are you wearing both?
Yeah.
Yeah, wear both. Hey, Auntie, you wore one.
Yeah, it's actually one thing I think all the textiles, like all the people in the textile industry, like avoid.
The
they
glove.
can relate to. Yeah.
Guys, I'm officially a textile, guru. I do this here. Okay. So how many?
Just one.
Okay,
yes.
One. Okay. Why are we doing almost the same color? Is it not the same color?
No.
That's purple.
This is purple, this is blue.
Be like, I'm colorblind small.
Okay. Well, with
Okay.
the fat dyes, they look different until
You actually mix them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now you add the water.
Yes.
Okay.
You add the water.
Okay. I don't still see any difference in the color. They say one is blue, one is purple. I'm not seeing the difference, okay? Okay, so then what now?
Yes.
Are we also dipping?
Yes.
Okay. So we also have a vase in here. Hey, but your water is plenty, Papa. Are we using all?
Yes.
Hey, okay, so batik. Does it have to do with the fact that this one is batik making?
No.
You have decided that your water will be plenty. Okay.
Well, it depends on how deep you want the color.
He's controlling the color.
Okay.
So if you want it very deep, you use small water. If you want
Okay.
it light, you use
So yours is going to be quite light.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Let me put on my gloves.
How has the industry been like so far for you? Like the fashion, as you've started doing this professionally. Are you going to put this here first or?
Yeah. Professionally, okay. Well, it's going on well.
Okay.
So far.
Okay.
Even though we are not at the top, but still there's
progress.
good market.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do people complain about the price, affordability, things like that?
Well, not really. Not
Okay.
really. If you complain, we try to convince you and give you reasons why you should.
I see what you mean. Okay. But I'm seeing yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another thing about VAT dyes is
Okay.
maybe you have blue. When you mix it, it becomes another color. But then after dyeing and then exposing it to the air around you, you see that it starts changing.
Right.
Yes. That's how it also works.
Okay.
So you do your dipping and then open for the dye to pass everywhere. Yes.
Okay. And so this one too, you learned it in school?
Yes.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the vibe.
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
Catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Trailblazers aren't born. They are molded by vision, resilience, and a relentless drive to create change. Join us on April 12, 2025 at the UPSA Auditorium for an event that inspires transformation. Hear from our seasoned speakers including Kwame A.A. Opoku, author, futurist, and global speaker. Makeda Smith, founder and CEO of Savvy Chicks in Real Estate from the USA. Christian Boache Yadom, co-founder and CEO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Ebenezer Isuman Amankwa, co-founder and COO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Anthony Jamafer, CEO of Caveman Watches. Sir Elom J. Tete, global lead of the Psalmist International. Our keynote is from Dr. Stephen Deborah Ablometi, founder and CEO of CPL Developers. Your host for the event will be Moses B. Arthur, author and CEO of Afrimart Atlantic. Get ready to embrace an experience that will inspire you to dream bigger and take courageous action. Remember, the date is on April 12, 2025. Time 11 a.m. prompt. Venue UPSA Auditorium. Remember to register with the code on your screen or with the link below. Let us unite to shape a brighter Ghana. Don't miss this moment. This event is proudly brought to you by Entrepreneurship Hub Africa in partnership with Pizza Man Chicken Man. Proudly sponsored by MX24 TV.
From 2012, we have gathered for new wine. 13 years later, Levites gather. It's time to be refreshed, renewed, and poured out. Ladies and gentlemen, MOG Music presents New Wine 2025 theme. Back to the basics. Venue, First Love Center. Encounter true power with ministrations from Joe Metal, Kwame Jedu, Reverend Barry Nikwe, Pastor Isaiah, and Obapa Christie. Date 30th March. Time 5 p.m. Rates single 100 Ghana cedis, VIP 200 Ghana cedis, family of 5 450 Ghana cedis. Sponsors Omni Basic Bank, Secure Sanitary Pad, eTransact, Knowledge Tree International, Tank Palace Hotel, and Oasis Studios. Media partners, your ticket awaits you. Get it now. Dial *389 *777 # or visit Airport Shell, Community 11 Shell, Bachana Total, Royal House, and First Love Center. Let the Levites arise in this generation. We're going back to the basics. Ready?
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267 83 7006 or 0545 03 8620 and 0545 03 7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
Welcome back. It's still the AM Club right here on MX24. And of course, my name is Kojo Dasabre. Let's get into something very interesting is coming up. So we're excited about it. Me, I get very excited when I get to meet prophets. I don't know about you, but me, I'm super excited. It's a different feeling altogether. You have no idea. But we're throwing light on prophetic Business Empowerment Conference, which is set to be on. And joining us for the conversation, we've got none other but Prophet Nana Yao Obeng. He's a prophet, he's a business consultant, he's an entrepreneur, and a conference speaker. My very big question would be, sir, how do you do all this in one? But good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good to have you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I salute grace. Let me use that word first.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
So yes, back to my question. Prof, how do you do all this in one? You are a prophet, you're a business consultant, you're an entrepreneur, you're a conference speaker. One would say, I said, into 10. How do you go about that?
God's grace is sufficient for me. Actually, my name is Prophet Nana Obeng Jr. I'm the founder and the visionary of Nana Obeng's ministry.
Okay.
I am called by God as a prophet, prophetic voice of God, carrying the mandate of God to make an impact in these end times, in the area of business as well.
Okay.
So basically, that is my mandate, and it is my desire to see God's people doing well and excelling.
Yeah.
The Bible says that it is the will of God for every God's child to make it, because when God made man, he said that man should fill the earth, man should subdue the earth, man should make it. So it is the will of God for every God's child to do well.
Okay. Can you run us a bit through your ministry and the church and where it's situated, where it's located? If somebody is out there and maybe wants to, join the ministry, how do we go about that?
It's not a church, but it's a ministry.
It's a ministry, okay.
Yes. So basically, that is it. It's
That's
not a
it.
church that I'm a conference speaker, as you said earlier on, and I organize a lot of prophetic business empowerment conferences to make an impact in the life of children of God in the area of business.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And speaking about business.
Right.
So let's get into that. I love the way you shifted.
Yes.
You're passionate about the business aspect.
Yes.
So speaking about business, when we say business, someone will say it's quite broad.
Right.
So what about business are we talking about here? Is it financially? Is it what is it? What is it into business?
It's about creating wealth.
Okay.
The time has come that Christians don't have to be only spiritually strong and financially weak. But now we are in a season where God is raising up new generation to take over in a marketplace.
Yeah.
That is in the area of business.
Yeah.
So basically, that is how it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's talk about the prophetic business, and I want my producers to please kindly put it on the screens right now so we talk about this conference itself. Empowerment Conference. The theme is taking dominion in the marketplace. That's from Genesis 1, verse 28. Prof, can you run us through why this year is about this theme?
Okay. Now, the Bible says in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse number 18, that it is the Lord that giveth his people the power to make wealth.
Yeah.
I don't believe in poverty, and poverty is not the will of God. What is poverty? Poverty is inability to meet your needs. And if you're unable to meet your need, that means that you are poor and God doesn't want us there. Are you getting what I'm trying to say, Kwejo? So this conference, it's about leadership, creating the awareness of leadership, entrepreneurship, and then because I myself, I am a prophet in the marketplace.
In the marketplace, yeah.
Yes. So basically, it's just an awareness for every child of God to lift up his consciousness, his or her consciousness, to see beyond the horizon that he or she is called to make an impact and to create wealth, not to be in the place of poverty.
Okay.
No. So with this conference, we're going to shape the society, and then, and it has to do with being lazy as a child of God. We have to do something because Christianity is changing. Back in the days where people were spiritually filled, but financially weak, God doesn't want us to be there.
Okay. So who is joining us for this conference? When is it happening? Where exactly is it happening? Please.
Well, this conference is happening at the UPSA.
Okay.
On the Tuesday 25th of March to the 29th of March, Saturday.
Okay.
And we have amazing speakers. We have the finest Archbishop in Ghana, Archbishop Charles Ajanasari.
The father himself is coming.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. And then we have Reverend Dr. Ampia Kofi.
This one, we might as well just be there and we'll keep on praying and praying and praying and praying. Yeah.
And we have Reverend Dr. Franco Fosuapia.
Wow.
USA.
Wow.
Jenna Alcon, USA, and then Jeanette Wynn, also USA, and myself, of course.
Yes.
And then these are seasoned ministers of the gospel with proven track record of success. And there is another person who is coming by the name called Brock Pierce. He is a multi-billionaire in Bitcoin, in the area of Bitcoin, and he is a co-founder of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So on Saturday he will be taking us through. Last year he came in, and then just after speaking he went out.
Okay.
And it's going to be amazing. And there is something that we have. There's something that the Lord plays on my heart for us to do. And that is, no matter who you are, where you are, just come up with about your business plan, your business proposal, and then we'll pick about 5 of them, the good ones, and then set them up to start business.
Wow.
It is something, you see, when you talk about empowerment, empowering people, it's not just only talking about business. You're going to do well, you're going to prosper, you're going to know, but
the
practical aspect. It's very important because God is changing the destiny of Africa around. Africans are not poor, so we don't have to have a poor mentality. That is why this conference is designed. You have to be there. It is something, no matter who you are, whether you are a business owner, whether you are in leadership, entrepreneur, whoever, as long as you are a child of God, that you are trusting God for a financial breakthrough, this is the place where you ought to be. And I know that God is going to turn people's destinies around, and then you'll be where.
Wow, so there you have it. The Prophetic Business Empowerment Conference is coming live on the 25th of March to the 29th. So just next week, Tuesday to Saturday. Each day is going to be very, very, very spiritually filled, and most definitely, I love what Prof just mentioned. I mean, with that being said, how is that going to be? Is it that we just bring the business proposals and we are going to be having some pitches, or
no.
How is that going to happen?
What is going to do? My board, I've set up a board, that we will run through these proposals, and then we're going to pick out 5
of them.
Solid ones to sponsor them. Yes, that's what we're going to do on that day.
All right. What time is it for each day?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
till 9 p.m.
6 p.m. to 9 p.m. each day.
Yes.
Okay. Someone would ask, are we paying, or it's absolutely free?
It is free.
Wow.
And everybody is invited.
Wow.
Because it is my passion for believers to own their companies, to lead organizations, to create employment, and to finance the kingdom of God. That is my passion. Because most of the time, it is very, very sad that, let's say we need to go and spread the word of God in the northern region. And we have to maybe build something for them. Now we're going to do oh, yes, more 100, more way, but could you believe you me?
Yeah.
So, onyamia shraya.
Yeah.
Na se ye dia, okunye mobo, ni aye ya yensanu ejuma. Ni dia, believe you me, that we will not even talk about Fantobuabra, Fawebra. All of us, how much we want to go and build a church. And believe you me, could you say, coming with 1 million Ghana cedis this, and then instantly you will see that the work of God is built. That those days are gone, whereby people were talking about and and these men of God, and now it's over. Everybody is doing something. That is my passion. And that is where we are going to. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, you need to do something. If it is government agencies, just come up with your company, go there, apply for how do you call it, contract, whatever, in any area, because it's there. It's there that we have to. You don't have to be poor. That is why this conference is there. Let me tell you, even if you are poor, God can trust you. Because if you are poor, God, and most of the time, poverty comes as a result of laziness, being lazy. Do you realize that most of the disciples of Christ, most of them, they were doing something. Some were architects, some were doctors, some were fishers. They were working. So that is the place where, as children of God, we have to be. Because what can we do together? Charlie, business, that is what I do. You hardly see me in Ghana most of the time. I'm always on the way. When I hear any business opportunities, I'm out there trying to make it, to push. And then somebody will say, soulful prof, but I've been searching my do you think it is easy? Keep on searching, keep on praying, keep on trusting God, for God will make a way where there seems to be no way. That is why this prophetic business and empowerment conference is organized for God to elevate you from the place of poverty. Yeah, bro. Sorry, them spiritually filled. No. After praying, go out there.
You need to move.
Go to the marketplace.
You need to move.
Do something. I want people to come. Listen, and it's not. It's amazing. You are going to be imparted upon. A soft one penny for. Look at Archbishop Ajinasari. Look at the oil that he carries. Look at Reverend Dr. Ampia Kofi. Look at Dr. Owusu from USA. Wisdom, business ideas. Look at General Outcome. Look at them. And then we have Bishop J.B. Masinde coming from Kenya. The father, one of the fathers of Kenya. From the Church of Deliverance. This is a successful man. They know and they have what it takes.
They have the keys.
They have the keys. They have the keys.
Prophet Yao, thank you so much.
Thank you,
and we cannot wait to be a part of the Prophetic Business Empowerment Conference, which is happening on the 25th of March to the 29th of March. Please, 6 p.m. nightly. You need to be there or be square. Myself, I'm going to be there. Personally, I'm going to be there because as Prof. Kanye, we need the keys. Yes, we need the keys. And the best part is that you are succeeding. Someone is asking you, how did you do this? All glory to God.
Amen.
At the end of the day. Amen. Prof, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And please make sure you're there. It's UPSA Auditorium.
Yes.
Once again.
And the number you did, the number to call.
Number to call. Yes, please.
Yes, it's 020-153-8837. I repeat, 020-153-8837. You have to call. Even if you are not able to register, just come.
I was about asking if we have to register or not.
If you are not registered,
just be there.
Just come. As long as you are a businessman, as long as you are looking for a business directions, you need a breakthrough financial turnaround, whatever you want God to do for you to elevate you from the arena of poverty, just come and your life will never ever be the same.
Most definitely. We are definitely going to be there.
Amen.
Yes, 25th to 29th. Oh man, I'm poised for it.
Ghana, listen. This year, the Lord told me something. God said that 2025 is a year of enlargement, is a year of increase, and is a year of fulfillment.
Okay.
Because whether you like it or not, I'm not interested about what anybody has said to you. But what cares about me is what God has said upon me.
Oh, that's
whatever
right.
God has said concerning your life,
Amen.
in the area of you prospering financially, it shall come to pass. And Ghana is going to do well this year. In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen and amen. All right, so there's more coming your way right here.
God.
But please make sure you come your
Lord.
way with the Business Empowerment Conference, man.
Amen.
Please, the Prophetic Business Empowerment
Praise
Conference.
God.
All right. Prof, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Amen.
We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Amen.
as we grow as young people, you don't always get the opportunity to meet people that you admire from afar. One, to know that you can actually sit with brands that you believe in. This brand we're about to have a conversation with, I personally have told several people that she is probably one of the most underrated voices in Ghana, and I'm pretty sure she's had times. But I'm pretty sure again that this year is her year. We have Cina Soul in the studio. Good morning. I'm sure you've heard this a lot, that you're one of the most underrated voices.
Not a lot, but I mean.
You've heard.
Yes, a couple times.
Around.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
I think it's better to be underrated than overrated.
Ooh.
That means you actually are talented.
I love
and
that.
People want more attention for
Right.
you.
Right. How long have you been doing music? Let's go on.
I can't even begin to count, but I've been doing it for a while. Like I left uni, let me see, like 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
It became full time for me. Yeah.
What would you say is the reason for lack of a better expression, right? The struggle for people to accept the brand Cina Soul and to continuously follow you as we do other female brands. And I'm not making it a you situation. I'm making it the female musicians we have in Ghana. Where do you think the struggle is coming from?
I don't think there's a struggle per se. I don't think, because personally, I don't think I'm where I was 5 years ago, 7 years ago, even 2 years ago. So I know that the support is growing, and I appreciate it. I just obviously want more. You know, I think for the female artists, we always have to work harder. So we just always need more. You know, everything that is involved. So the support, I won't say people have this. I think it's gradually getting better. So I appreciate that.
When you say harder, do you mean harder than the men, or?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely. I feel like I mean, it's my perspective.
Absolutely.
But the boys work very hard. I won't even lie. They work very, very hard. But I feel like as a woman in a man's world, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, you always have to prove yourself 10 times more that you can do this than how a man can easily get something. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you know the conversation was quite different a couple of years ago, that the women get it easier than the men.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get to your music videos, your songs. Who writes your songs for you?
I write my music.
You write your own, including Show Joyless.
Oh, yes.
That one too?
Yes.
What's the motivation behind that song? Because I like that song. I don't even know why.
It just came to me. I think, what was I? I was taking a stroll in my area actually, and the melody came to me. Then eventually I put the words to it.
But that's a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
Then subsequently, you released. Let me see the song that I like the most. I know I like that one. There was one you performed. We play that a lot on the morning show.
I'm not in your head.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to help you out, but I
So there's this one. Oh my God, guys, find it for me.
No, give us a
freestyle.
A freestyle. And you like the song,
freestyle this morning.
Give us a rhythm. If you give us a rhythm, we can help you.
But you have beautiful songs, wonderful collaborations. Before the very last song we played, we saw a collaboration with you and Sarkodie, but we didn't see Sarkodie in the music video. Why?
Because that was a visualizer. It wasn't the official music video. And I wanted something, my team and I wanted something very creative. So instead of they being in the video, we wanted a visualizer that was fun, that was a little off the norm.
Okay.
So instead of me just normally just singing the song and just so how about I play all the characters. I play Sak, I play Okene. So I just wanted to do something very creative, sort of a normal visualizer or a lyric video, something like that.
The one with you and Siga,
that was Sak.
That's Sak. Oh,
yes, me with the dreads and the hoodie. That's very Okene mannerisms. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Are you with a record label now?
No, I'm indie. I've been indie for a while, for maybe like 4 or 5 years.
What was the deal with Sony Music again?
I had a deal with Universal.
Universal Music.
Yes,
Thank you.
It was a single deal, so it was done. We didn't renew it. That's all. It wasn't like we had any falling out whatsoever. It was just a mutual. Okay, we're done. Let's move on.
But if they come back on the table,
it depends on the paperwork. You know, it totally depends on like what are you bringing to the table? What are you giving me? What am I getting? What control do I have over my creativity, my masters, my this, all of that? So if the paperwork makes sense, yes, I won't say no to a label.
A label, okay, good. Yeah. How many albums do you have now?
It's my debut album.
This is your Okay, let's talk about that. How did you decide that, okay, I'm going to, how long have you worked on this album though?
Maybe 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations
Thank
though.
you.
How many songs do we have on the album?
We have 12 songs.
Yeah. Each of them with a collaboration, old songs.
Yes, some of them have collabs, some of them don't. Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, we made about, I personally recorded about 50 songs and then eventually had to like cut it down to 12, which was very hard to do. But yeah, it's been worth it.
I love it.
It's worth it.
We'll get into the album pretty shortly because I've seen they've put the stuff up here and I love this. Now this is leading me to my next question because I wasn't going to ask. But I mean, there are conversations that you have this sexual appeal to your brand. Have you heard? And how does that make you feel?
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that? Well, I've had that quite a number of times.
Oh, that's wild. Never.
Never? Never heard it?
No.
This house day,
I have at least my ears. My brand? That's news. That's news. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that conversation.
Right.
How you present yourself, your outfit. And I think you have a cute little body, not in a condescending way, but like a little body that you can use for. I used to be a size 6, so I know what to do.
You know exactly what you
mean. you can do a lot with that and not feel like you're doing too much. So I believe that's probably where it might be coming from. But for you, what goes into outfit and what? And
I mean, whatever makes me feel amazing. I have an amazing stylist that's always makes sure that whatever I'm wearing fits my body type. We don't go too far. I don't. It's always right. It has to be, it has to fit, where I'm going, the occasion. So there's something like this. I probably won't wear this to go and perform at, I don't know, a wedding or a corporate event. But my debut album, we needed something that was strong, something that was striking, something that no one would scroll and be like, what is this? We wanted something bold because I've come so far. It's my debut album. It had to be a very strong image. So the styling had to also be very strong. Yeah.
Love that. Well, congratulations. You definitely did not lie.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Let's get into the album itself. But before that, back to the music video. Beyonce has this, I don't know whether it's Deja Vu, one of the songs where it looks like she's the one playing Jay-Z and everything. Then all of a sudden, Jay pops up. So I was expecting that. I was just waiting for that with that of Sarkodie and Kenneth. That would have been wild. But anyways, it's off. Basintali.
Oh, you want to go there?
We have to get there.
Let's take it there.
Mimi, have you seen Basintali in there?
I'm just.
But he actually responded. I mean, he responded.
Yeah, he did.
How do you feel?
That was amazing. I mean, his name has always been very musical to me since I heard it from day one. Yeah, it has a ring to it.
It does.
It
but
does.
Only someone with
a musical, it's weird. It's a very weird creative thing because, like, I hear Basintali. Like, it's just very, it has this, to it. So I just, yes,
Okay. Every single morning,
that should be the signal. When we see Basintali coming, that should be the song.
To introduce him. Yeah.
Are you thinking of getting him to be a part of the music video?
That would be amazing, but let's see what God does.
Because he is the boss of YE.
Yeah, he's a man of the moment. Actually,
he should be taking advantage of some of these opportunities to reach out to the youth. Oh, but that's a beautiful one. I love it.
Thank
so you wrote every single song on this album?
No. So for the first time in my career, I employed songwriters to help on some of the songs. Okay. I'd never done that before, but I felt like it was time for me to allow myself to be helped because I can't do all myself. And even the greatest of the greats have songwriters. It doesn't make me any less of an artist. So I had some amazing songwriters to help me out. There's Koshi T, there's Amaka, there's a lot of amazing people.
You didn't have Aquaba on this one?
No, we don't have. I don't have them on this one. But these are very young, amazing songwriters that are. I can't wait for everyone to hear, what we created together. So yeah,
Is Kitty on this album?
No, Kitty's not on this album.
People are asking why. Because when it comes to Cina, you will see Kitty.
I mean, yeah, I believe, but I feel like Kitty and I have a lot of songs.
Yeah.
You know, we've had our moments. We have a lot of songs. Even from my very first EP had Kitty on it. My third EP had Kitty on it. I have singles with Kitty on it. He has an album with me on it. He has singles with me. We have a lot of songs together. Yeah. So,
but we don't get tired with the chemistry, so.
I know. I don't get tired of it either.
You lot give us the junior version of Ifya and
Sarkodie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are we looking at doing with this album? Since it's your debut, and we're sure like there's this massive, gigantic plan for Did I Lie?
Yes.
That's the name of the album.
Yes.
But why did you choose that though?
It's complicated. But I would break it down.
Break it down, honey.
Did I Lie was inspired by my very favorite poem, Soul's Errand. I've always been connected to that poem. And every stanza in that poem ended with, and give them the lie. So for some reason, when I was about to do my debut album, I wanted, and the lie is just a message. Give them the lie. Give them the message of truth, of love, of pain, of hurt, so these are all the themes on my album. Songs I'm talking about. And the flip side to it is Did I Lie, which is me asking myself that, Cina, did you lie about yourself? Did you lie about being a good songwriter, a good artist, a good vocalist, a versatile artist? Asking myself this on my album. Another flip side is God asking me if he lied about me. Did I lie about the fact that I'll take you here? Did I lie about the fact that by going here, I made you this person? Yeah, so that's why.
Are you a spiritual person?
Extremely.
Yeah? Crave spiritual? Because now they said we should define spiritual. Yeah, so when you say, are you a spiritual person, you have to ask if it is spiritual, or you're just one of those people that is very
Definitely Christ-like. Everything is from Jesus. When people even ask me,
so you're a Jesus baby.
I'm a Jesus baby. When people ask me what's my sign, I'm like, my sign is Jesus.
And that's a period.
Period.
I like that. Now this is what I'm talking about. Now we can start the whole conversation.
Yes.
I love me a Jesus baby. So Did I Lie is the album.
Yes.
We have 12 songs. We have Breathe, Big Money.
Yes.
Big Money.
Big Money. This one has Sefa, it has TT, it has.
So you have Sefa on this one?
Yes, I have LST on it. So this one's for the girls.
Girls.
You know, I had to do one for the girls.
Oh, I love that. Different place, but Sintali, the big one, and the other big one, Larger Than Life, which is what we just played.
Stone Boy. You saw me nodding all throughout because I was waiting for, when you put Stone Boy in a song, there's this dimension that he will take it to. So whilst I was listening to it, I was just waiting for that moment, and
it happened?
It happened.
It happened.
Oh, good.
I'm like, hey.
You should have seen me in the studio when he was recording. I was like this.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's
God.
what you get.
It's
I love
amazing to watch him create, because he didn't write anything. He just went behind the microphone and just went in. I was like, Jesus.
What have I been saying on this platform? That I don't like it when I find him in those brawls on social media, because I feel like this is like a whole institution that shouldn't even give himself to some of those dramatic moments. But that's besides the point. We're talking Did I Lie? So he's on this one. That's Larger Than Life.
Yes.
Arizona Fit. Mr. Drew?
Yes, I have Mr. Drew on there as well. Oh my God.
So you did a bit of dancing in that one.
Of course. If I don't, it's Mr. Drew. I had to have him on a dancey, feel-good song. It's a beautiful song.
Love that. And then you have Good Lives.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Yeah, technically it's slowly, but like I spelled it, slowly.
Olive the Boy. Okay, Too Bad. Sarkodie Okene.
Yes.
And Sexy Rhythm. Lonely
in Tough Times. Yeah.
Are you going to be, do you have videos to?
Some of them.
Some of them,
yes.
You started releasing?
Yes, a couple visualizers. But yeah, some of them have really amazing visuals.
What are your plans for 2025 in terms of a brand, in terms of music? Because this album has to fly all the way to 2020.
Sorry, before she gets to her plans, was it intentional to have Lonely before Tough Times?
No, not really.
Oh,
not really.
Okay.
So there's a little switch. We even changed a song last minute. So there's another song before Tough Times. Yes. I think Sexy Rhythm comes before Tough Times.
Okay. Because
Lonely.
maybe Lonely no na quite Tough Times.
Right. So tell us about your plan for 2025 as a brand.
I mean, I started 2025 pretty heavy with this, you know, and I'm pretty excited about all these songs because it's not a single, it's an album. So it's a master plan for each and every song. So we're taking our time to push it as far as we possibly, as far as we've never done. You know, we wanted to cross borders, we wanted to bring norms, bring labels, bring everything, bring helpers, bring everything. So that's the plan for now. But I know even after this, there's more singles and more things to come.
All the very best. Any questions for her before we get into where we can find the song?
For me, I mean, I've always been a fan of Cina. You do know that.
Yeah.
So for me, this is like my Ghana Ciara popping up, saying that, oh, finally, you know, yes, because I just felt like, oh, whenever I get to hear from Cina, it's either a feature or there's something, you know, but this is her. So yes, so now I can have something that I can just grasp and say, oh, I'm listening to Cina throughout. You get it? And this is a masterpiece for me. You get it? So I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for bringing us this. And I did say, you didn't lie. So yes,
So I remember telling someone that you and Akwabo's song is my wedding song. I don't know if I've changed my mind, but for now it's my wedding song.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes, that's my wedding song.
You're a lover girl, I see.
And I'm a Jesus baby.
It's Jesus baby for life.
You know, so.
Well,
how do we find this?
I should tell you that wedding day we're bringing you.
Okay, let's do this.
They'll do the magic. You know, it's supposed to be a surprise and everything.
No, we are not telling you. It's not a surprise.
So she will come.
We should be there.
Let's go.
Right. So again, is out. The album is out.
It's out.
Officially. Where do we get the album?
So it's out everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's on AudioMack. It's on Boomplay. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere. It's even in the markets near you. It's everywhere.
I love that. Now, there's a question someone wanted to know. This person says they have a crush on you. So they wanted to find out from you if you're in a relationship and how that is going, if they can pass the back door and shut the gate.
Overtaking is allowed.
Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
You're not in any romantic, you're not talking to anybody?
Right now,
you're focused on the
album. Is my
and
baby.
On Jesus.
You understand? You know. So let's see how. But I'm not saying I'm closed off to that. You know, if something comes my way,
My producer, the person who wants to know whether you're in a relationship has spoken. So now that you know that she's not in a relationship, she's focused on did I lie? Come another time, okay? But you're open.
I'm open. I'm open.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying I'm open for applications, but I'm saying that if something happens, you know.
But finally, right, there has been conversations about listening. The fact that we've lost some of our best and wonderful female musicians in Ghana to emotional stress. Very recently would be Miss V. She talked about this a couple of years ago, how her emotional stress, you know, affected her music, and a few other people. As a female, have you ever been through that phase before? And what are your thoughts on people trivializing your experience as a woman? Like, you're too emotional too much now. The men are doing it. Why can't you do it without having to remove your emotions from what you do?
I've always been one person. I've been open about my emotions for a while now. It's in my songs, but I don't maybe talk about it so much. But I think that women are generally seen as emotional. So even if you speak and say, no, I'm not that kind of person, no one will believe you. But I have been through that. I go through that every now and then. Before I even release music, I'm so nervous, I'm so anxious. Even as I'm recording, as I'm even doing all of this, sometimes I have my moments where I'm like, okay, Cina, everything's going to be fine. One thing we don't speak about is doing all this whilst you are in your season, like girl season.
Yeah.
You know, we don't talk about it
Yeah.
a lot, but it happens.
Yeah.
You know, you are not in the mood, you are cramping, you are not there, but you have to show up. That's what we say, we always have to work harder.
Yeah.
Because we have to go fight ourselves, our bodies, to make some things happen. I feel like people should understand. You know, and more women should, who are not even in our space, should speak for us and say that, listen, it's true. Like, being a woman, you have to deal with this and still show up all the time. Yeah.
Wow, I like that you touched that. Listen, we wish you success with this album, Did I Lie? It's on all streaming platforms, I believe.
Yes.
And so you just type Cina Soul, Did I Lie? And you get all the songs. Final message before we go.
I just want to say, where's my camera? Is my camera? Okay, this one. Okay. Yeah. I just want to say that I truly appreciate the support so far. It's been just a few days since I dropped my album, but the support, the numbers on TikTok, the videos, keep it coming though. Don't stop, please. Keep it coming. Keep sending me content. I'm going to duet you. Hop on the Larger Than Life challenge. Send me videos. I love you guys so much. If it wasn't for you guys, my journey would have been cut short or not be here. So I'm thankful to my family, you guys as well.
Appreciate
fans, yeah, my team. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you guys.
We'll go get concerts.
Definitely.
Oh, I
Definitely.
love that.
I can't wait to perform the songs live.
That one I did
can't
front
wait.
row.
Yeah.
My legs.
And when you start, make sure MX24 is your media partner.
Let's go.
Because we need to get priority seats.
Let's go.
You're performing at the TGMAs this year?
I haven't received a call up,
Call,
but
yeah.
hopefully, let's see what God does.
Let's see what God does.
Yeah.
Do you have any nominations though?
No, I don't.
Not at all. Okay. 2026 is
Let's
your
go.
year.
Let's
It's not
go.
like you have an album. Cina, thank you so much for coming through. I absolutely enjoyed this conversation. Newsflash, she's a Jesus baby, and so you know, it's a conglomerate, and we're doing it for Jesus. But y'all, listen, go out there, stream this song, get the album, and let's support as much as we can. Like she said, the support is coming. It's coming. But please add more. We need it. A big thank you to you for joining us on the show this morning. My name is Miriam Udwak Mensah. We do this again tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on MX24.
Well, all road leads to the God's Dream Church International, GDCI, for the Prophetic Advantage Conference. So make sure you're there in your numbers. Of course, Prophet L. Bernard himself, Nelson Eshen, is going to be there. Prophet Michael Divine Lasisi definitely hosting that. So please come in your numbers. It's at Tantra Hills, GDCI. It is. Just type. You find it. All right? Well, see you same time tomorrow. God bless you. Off camera, you know what to do. Give us a follow. It's MX24GH across board. And most definitely, we'll have a wonderful time tomorrow. But hey, go and look for Did I Lie right now.